Hey there, guys, gals, non-binary panels, and guardians all. Welcome to my Destiny 2 PC beta after action report. Why no footage? My computer had a shit fit. It turns out that my computer with its HD 7850 graphics card is bottlenecked. I can play it beautifully, actually, but that's all I can do. I could also take some screenshots, and I did. I took a few screenshots, and you're going to see them up there, and they're not necessarily going to have much to do with what I'm actually talking about at the time, but they'll give you an idea of what the game looks like. Best I can do. But what's better is it'll give you an idea of what the game looks like on a low spec machine. And believe me, it runs beautifully on a low spec machine. I am running a older i7. It's a 1366 socket i7, so that'll give you an idea of how old it is. HD 7850 2GB graphics card, a 12 gigs of RAM. I am running an SSD on Windows 10, and really that's about it. The graphics quality, I actually purposely turned it down to low at one point to see what it looked like, and it looked comparable. It actually looked basically the same as Destiny 1 on the 360, which I was always happy with. So that's really good. And actually at medium settings, which is what my computer maxes out at, although I think I could tweak it a bit and get better graphics at 30 FPS, because it gives you the option to throttle between 60 and 30 FPS in the video options, which is freaking awesome. But I reckon if I did that and I did a bit of tweaking, I could get the graphic quality much higher. But overall, graphics look fantastic. Sound design is spectacular. Now, the sound design in Destiny was always good. There's no getting away from that. It was always, for me, the highlight of the world of Destiny was the sound design. But Destiny 2 on PC with a really good set of headphones, it sucks you in like almost nothing I've ever played before. It's amazing. The music is sweeping and orchestral and bombastic in places. The sound of the weapons is satisfying. The voice acting is so much better than it was in Destiny 1. I mean, these people have really matured their characters. My favourite being Amanda Holliday, much to my shock. I thought it would be Cayde Six, but it's not. Amanda Holliday is amazing. Talk about so many lady boners going to happen because of Amanda Holliday. Wow, just... but the characterization they've brought out in the voice acting is so much better. And that leads itself quite neatly, actually, to the storytelling. The storytelling is... Bearing in mind, I've only played a strike and a single mission, but they've found a good balance between show don't tell and telling, and that is great. It's quite often games either fall too much on the show don't tell, or too much on the tell and not showing. This finds a pretty decent balance, certainly in the opening mission. The strike, it's hard to tell right now because cutscenes are missing. I'm sure that there is a cutscene connected to it, but we don't have access to it yet. The weapons, the combat is very satisfying. It feels impactful. It feels like when you shoot an enemy, you've shot an enemy. And it really feels like that. There's a real thump to it. The new weapons, the submachine gun class and the grenade launcher, are pretty good. Submachine gun, it needs either a little bit more range or more ammunition. One or the other. And I'm not saying it should be brought out to auto rifle ranges, but maybe bring it a third of the way closer to auto rifle ranges, because right now it just feels that the range on it is too short. The grenade launcher is exquisite. It shoots quickly. It's a little bit slow to reload, which I'm fine with. Or is it fast to reload? I can't really decide whether it's faster or slower than a rocket launcher because I didn't have access to a rocket launcher. But it was enjoyable to use. Now, the only caveat I have on that is I think the splash damage needs to be increased. Not the range of the splash damage, just the damage itself. The fall off from a grenade explosion, to my mind, should be quite sharp. And So that means I have no problem with the relatively limited range of a grenade explosion in this. That said, I would like there to be a little bit more damage within that range. Not a lot, just a little. The Arc Strider subclass, I did not get a chance to play the Titan or Warlock. Apart from anything else, I'm a Hunter specialist in general, and I felt I could go in and give my best opinion of the game based on my experience as a Hunter in Destiny 1, which is why I stuck with Hunter. It was glorious. The new Arc Strider class is brilliant. Just brilliant. It's a nice melding of the not Rift Stalker, the I can't remember the name of it. Basically the Arc Blade using Hunter from Destiny 1 with something a little bit more mobile. The fact that you can bounce from enemy to enemy, you hit multiple enemies per strike, it feels a bit more complete. The Golden Gun no longer has 3 or 4 shots. It's however many shots you can get off in the time allotted, which is awesome. Much better way of dealing with the Golden Gun, and I'm really glad they did that. The Void version of the Hunter I didn't actually play with. I meant to, but I forgot that the beta ended yesterday. I thought I had another day. I'm a derp. Oh well. The strike itself, it's fast moving. You never feel that you should be slowing down. I never once went looking for a hide. I mean, in Destiny 1 in a strike, I would find the place where I would have to move the least. In this strike, I was moving all the time, and I wanted to move all the time. The strike forces you to. It forces you into mobile combat. This is a good thing. This is a very good thing, and I am really delighted with what they did with it. The peril, the story, the opening mission, and that strike, they really set up the peril your character is in, and all the characters are in, very well. Because, and this is going to be a small thing, but Gary, I will forever call the boss. Let's face it, he's going to be the end boss of Destiny 2. Gary, because that's what his name is. Thank you, Cade6. He towers over you. There's a cutscene at the end of the Homecoming mission where Gary literally towers over you. And in a way that no other Cabal character has ever really made it feel real. That cutscene made the Cabal so much bigger, or so much more powerful, and so much more intimidating. And this is a very good thing. Really good thing. Settings menu, pretty good. Really great mixture of video settings. There's a lot of tweaking you can do in there. The game controls, there's a lot of tweaking you can do in there. You can change, for example, your crosshair color, which I like because the white crosshairs kind of annoy me a little bit. Everything is there. Key binding is pretty simple and pretty intuitive. The only thing I will say is the sound, the audio settings, the audio options are pathetic. There is one slider, and it is for universal game audio. You can only mute the music, and there's no slider for voice volume. On a PC game in 2017, that is unforgivable. They need to fix that. Because if you're like me, I turn the ambient noise and the music down to about a quarter volume and the voices up to full because I have trouble hearing voices. This isn't an option with Destiny 2, and that's a big problem. That needs to be fixed. Secondly, in combat, the movement by and large is very fluid. It's very quick. It's very fast-paced. It feels real and immediate, except for the jumps. The jumps kind of feel like, they feel like the jumping equivalent of a mouse with asthma blowing through a straw. They feel weak. They feel inconsequential. They feel barely controlled. I was not impressed by the jumps at all. I think they need to have something a bit more oomph to the jumps. They don't necessarily need to go higher, but I think the arc needs to be changed, and I think the speed of the jump needs to be changed. So there's that. The last two are kind of odd ones. I don't have many cons from this beta, but the last two, one is the default keyboard control layout is weird. They've done their best, but they put things like the melee attack, like throwing knife for the gunslinger, was on V, which felt very alien and very wrong. Now, the reason I say that this is a con, but it isn't really, is you can rebind the keys. Great. Except a lot of people won't. Some people won't even realize they can do it. Some people won't ever think to do it, then force their hands to get used to this new layout instead of having a really comfortable layout. I would like to see Bungie get someone who has expertise in ergonomics on team and optimizing the key placements, because I wasn't happy with them personally. But that's me. The final one is a weird one. And this has been a bugbear since I was playing Destiny 1 Alpha. Yeah, I've been Destiny that long. It's a shoot and loot game. Now, it is based in multiple environments. Not all of them are very accessible to human life. Or Awoken, for that matter. But this definitely applies more so to EXO characters. Why can't we choose not to wear armor on our head, or our arms, or our legs, or our chest? Why don't we have the option to go into battle naked if we want to? And I say that because it would give an opportunity to differentiate the races a bit more. Humans can survive without a helmet on Earth. So that means all the Earth-based missions, you could take off the helmet. And I would willingly take a hit to my armor rating, to my defenses, to my survivability to do that. Make it simple. Any headshot is an instant kill. I'm fine with that. Just let me do it. Give me the option. Exos don't breathe. You know, if they want to go running naked anywhere, let them. Awoken. Okay, the Awoken are technically human, but there's no reason they couldn't be given just a little bit more leeway in what they can breathe, what is truly breathable to them. But bearing in mind, Venus and Mars have been terraformed. There's oxygen there. And I think if they were to do this, and if they were to take a leaf out of Diablo's book, they could come up with a system where you pick and choose individual pieces of armor based on set bonuses. There's no reason that couldn't exist. We already, in Destiny 1, have armor that has basically magical abilities. Why not have magical abilities that build on each other? But that will only work if they allow us to run without gear at some stage. I wish they'd do that. It would be fun. At least for me. But that really is it. Those are the only bugbears I have with Destiny 2. Overall, I really enjoyed the beta. I'm really looking forward to the launch on the 24th of October. I wish it wasn't so long, especially seeing as this day week. Actually, I think it's next Wednesday. It launches on PS4 and Xbox One. It's gonna suck waiting that long to get access to Destiny 2 on PC, but it'll be worth that wait because of how tunable it is. And this is going to be a very tunable experience. I, on the other hand, need to figure out how I'm going to get a better graphics card so I can record it, because I would like to do some Destiny 2 content. But there we go. That's my problem. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be back again tomorrow with Fallout 3. In the meantime, be good, and bye for now.